Hey guys, so this is a follow-up to my last video when I was talking about how human women were striking back. And what I meant by that is, I do believe that there's a certain segment of human women that are starting to notice the value of a guy that is a dog owner. Because a guy that is a dog owner has learned all the intricacies and the nuances of how to really treat a woman very well on a very micro level, doing all the little things. And I do believe women are starting to take notice. And even if they weren't aware that they wanted a dog owner, I believe when they meet a dog owner, they're starting to really fall in love with the empathetic nature of the dog owner and what he can provide in a relationship. And I have seen examples of this through friends and viewers that have started to date human women. And I have seen the example of a dog owner even getting married to a human woman. I really believe they're eating us up. They really love us. Now, me personally, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't had a whole bunch of luck in this department. I haven't talked to a whole bunch of women lately, but the ones I like, I haven't really been successful with personally. And you may be experiencing the same thing. So you might be like, hey, Jay, what are you talking about? But like I say, man, it's all about finding the right opportunity at the right time. Now, I was talking to a great viewer, long-time viewer, and I asked his permission to tell this story that he shared with me. His name is Skipper. He's a great viewer, and he was telling me, Jay, I met this lady at the club, first time. She wanted to come home with me, and I had to let her know that I had a dog. And he was like, I thought it might freak her out, but she was actually cool with it. And I'm not reading this story verbatim, so Skip, if I get anything wrong, let me know in the comments. But either way, they headed on to his house, and he said this girl was actually intrigued with the doll. Her mind was blown. She was looking at the doll and looking at all the clothes and looking at her breasts. And a lot of women I met on the street really wanted to touch the doll up, touch the breast of my dolls and things of that nature. So it's something about women wanting to touch the breast of the doll, I guess, compared to their own. But make a long story short, he said it wasn't long before this girl had went through the lingerie that he had for his doll, picked out the skimpiest lingerie, went and put it on. And I'm like, oh my God, Skipper. I mean, she literally is saying, hey, here's the vagina, and basically trying to say, hey, look, your doll had this on. What you think about me with this on? So he was like, yeah, man. She proceeded to take her top off, and, it really didn't go any further. And, man, just getting that far is absolutely amazing. She's basically giving it to him on a silver platter in my view. But let me tell you, man, I said, hey, Skip, you've gotten farther than me since I've been in the dog game. I haven't actually had a human woman over my house, so he's gotten farther than me since I've been in the dog game. He's gotten farther than me. But I would say this: out of all the human women that I've dated, man, once they're popping lingerie on or putting lingerie on, so to speak, I'm batting 99.9999999%. I may be 100%. I mean, because that's them saying, hey, here's the vagina. And it's actually was spurred on by the dog, which is absolutely hilarious. Now, he went on to tell me that, hey, Jay, I did, try something. Because I'm like, hey, Skip, man, you gotta seal that deal now. I mean, if she taking her top off in lingerie, come on, brother. He was telling me, hey, I did sort of try a little bit. I tried to pick her up. I did, made a couple of moves or something. He said he didn't feel like she was really feeling it. Of course, he said he didn't want to get a charge, a criminal charge or anything. And I'm like, hey, I feel you, don't go that far. And he was like, hey, he didn't want her boyfriend to have any retribution. Cause he said she might have had a boyfriend or something like that. But just cutting through all the drama, man, I'm gonna be honest. It's not important whether he actually hit or not. The important thing to this story is that, hey, the woman was not deterred. If anything, she was more intrigued by the doll. And look, got butt naked pretty much because of the doll's presence. Now, I'm not telling you that just having a doll is going to make you successful. But what I'm telling you is we are entering into a day and age where these dolls aren't really a deterrent to women anymore. Now, if you're a creep, if you act creepy, if you act scary, if you act like a weirdo, and then you got a doll, okay, now you might be scary to somebody. But if you're a cool, regular guy, and you're not giving signs of chopping her up in a million pieces, and you invite her to your home and she sees a doll, I think most women are going to be probably intrigued with it as opposed to saying, hey, this guy's scary. Now, me, on the other hand, if I was to invite a woman home and she was to see 9 or 10 of my dolls sitting out at once, that might, scare her off. But, if I was to, introduce her to one doll here or there and then, let her know later about the rest, I think I'd be in a good place. But going back to my guy Skip, I think he did great. I'm proud of him. And this is a guy who's had experience. He's been married a couple of times. He's had plenty of vagina, so it's not his first rodeo. Like I said, it's not something that he even had to be desperate about getting a vagina. I only made the point of, hey, man, dang. Once they start peeling off lingerie, woo, you pretty much are in there. And I don't know, maybe he did something wrong, moved wrong, said something wrong, or didn't capitalize quick enough to make the situation work. But no matter what, he did great, and he proved something that I've only had a theory about. And that is, man, these dolls can help you improve to get a human woman, but they can also draw a human woman in. I haven't had the full experience to tell for myself, but I've been looking around and seeing other people actually making my theory become very true. They're proving it day by day. And I ain't gonna lie, I hope I have a little experience proving my theory as well when I get a little bit of human vagina. But in the meantime, these beautiful girls behind me and to my side are gonna keep me plenty of company. And they're gonna do a damn good job of it. And I hope if you have a dog, they're keeping you, or they're providing you with some good company as well, until you hook up with that human woman that you might be searching for. And if you're not searching for, continue to enjoy the dog life and all the peace of mind that it can offer. But as of right now, it's been me, JayDollKingHefner, and the beautiful lady